In this video, I'll talk about the real story behind passive income, and we're starting right now. Hey guys, welcome to another video from the Keystone Financial Academy. My name is Elliot, and if you're new to this channel, I invite you to join this community by subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. So passive income is a topic that I wanted to make a video about for quite some time now, and I've also had a few requests to do this, and really it's a topic that draws a lot of interest from just about everybody. Passive income is of course income that you earn passively. In other words, you're not actively working in a salaried or hourly job to make that money. Another way of putting it is it's income that you earn while you sleep. So given that definition, you can't really blame people for being very intrigued by the possibility of being able to earn an income without quote-unquote working. Reality, however, is of course much more complex than that. Passive income, while certainly being a real thing, ironically takes a lot of time and effort to set up before you can retire and spend your days on some tropical island. The cold hard truth is of course that there is no free lunch. And to replace your day job with enough streams of passive income to actually live on will take a lot of time, skill, talent, commitment, knowledge, some luck, and lots of that hard work I just talked about. Now, none of this is meant to discourage you, and I'll be the first to recommend that everybody try to set up streams of passive income throughout their working life. In this video, I'll discuss the primary ways you can do this so you can decide what options you have and what fits best with your ability to actually accomplish this. What you won't see in this video is discussions of get-rich-quick schemes or any so-called products or systems that will instantly create streams of passive income for you. You can see plenty of hyped-up ads for this right here on YouTube and on late-night television, and as you might suspect, most of this nonsense doesn't work consistently, reliably, or for the long term. Instead, we'll stick to proven investing, real estate, and business basics and discuss approaches that actually do work. Knowledge, together with being smart, disciplined, and consistent, will get you from where you are to where you want to be. So let's start with the knowledge part right now. There are four major recognized sources of passive income. The first is based on financial investing, the second is based on real estate, the third is based on royalties and licensing, and the fourth is based on a business or service. Let's go over each of these in a little bit more detail so you can decide which ones to pursue. The first source of passive income, financial investing, is probably the easiest to understand and get started in. What I'm specifically referring to here is owning stocks that provide you a source of income in the form of dividends. So this approach automatically eliminates the stocks that don't pay dividends, which is about half of them in the S&P 500, and only investing in ones that do. Now, of course, you want to take a smart approach to this and focus on companies that pay you regular dividends and not only avoid cutting and eliminating them, but actually raise the dividends from year to year. My preferred way of picking them out is using the US Dividend Champions database, which is available at this site right here, and it is a well-known database that essentially lists out the top dividend-paying stocks, sorted by how many years the companies increased its dividends annually. Look through it, taking note of which companies are solid investments, as well as which stocks are affordable and pay out good dividends, and select a few to get started with. Dividend stocks typically return in the 2, 3, 4, 5% range of yield, although more or less is certainly possible depending on the financial stability of the company and its growth rate, as well as the risks you want to take. Generally speaking, the lower the dividend payment, the more stable the company is, and the higher the dividend payment, the less stable the company is, and it has to actually have a higher dividend in order to attract people because the company itself may not be as solid. If you want to really dig into details of dividend investing, I have an entire video dedicated to this, and the link is down below in the description. Be forewarned that it does take a while to collect up a sizable portfolio to make enough of an income stream from this type of investing in order to retire on it. This is more of a long-term marathon, not a get-rich-quick sprint. But it's a very solid way to build up that passive income stream, and the investments do add up. Assuming a total 5% return, a $100,000 portfolio, which will take some time to save up, will net you about $5,000 in dividend income annually. While this is not a fortune, remember that this is just one income stream, and your portfolio will appreciate as well, giving you some additional gains. And if you're a high earner, such as a doctor, attorney, or in a technical field like engineering or IT, you can build up a very good net nest egg during your high-earning years, with a $1 million portfolio paying out $50,000 in dividend income every year for the rest of your life, assuming a 5% dividend return. Okay, let's move on from dividend investing to real estate. The primary way to earn an income stream from real estate is through rentals. What I'm talking about here is to purchase a house, fix it up if needed, and then rent it out to tenants. You generally want to price your rental at the appropriate market level and in a way that will cover all your expenses, such as mortgages, taxes, and insurance, and leave you a profit at the end of the month as well. How much you can actually make monthly will vary quite a bit depending on the local real estate and rental market, but it can be from several $100s to $1,000 or more per month. You of course will need to set aside some of that income for repairs as well as finding new tenants when the old ones move out, but in general, if you set things up well and you select good tenants, this income stream should more or less run itself. Now in general, rentals is another way to build up a long-term passive income stream, and it is not a get-rich-quick approach. It will likely take a number of years of purchasing properties and renting them out before you have enough of a monthly income stream to live on. And be forewarned that it will never be truly passive unless you hire a property manager to take care of the day-to-day concerns of actually running the properties, and even then, being a landlord is never a completely hands-off experience, but if managed well, it can get reasonably close. Now, there are many ways to get started in owning rental properties, but they all involve collecting up money for a down payment, selecting the right property, purchasing it, and finding and placing quality tenants. It is a system, and there's quite a bit of help out there for any newbies that want to get started in rentals, and I will also make some videos about this at a later date. Okay, so the third source of passive income is from royalties and licensing. What I'm referring to here is money you receive from producing creative or educational works. Now, there are a few ways to accomplish this, and they all involve putting in a lot of upfront work, creating something that could be sold over and over again once it's fully completed. This could be a book, an online course, and also potentially software or even creative works like a song that could be sold for royalties. You likely have to put in some additional work for marketing and promotion of this product, but if popular enough, it can sustain its own sales momentum and create an income stream for you. In my own experience, creative works such as books don't really generate a tremendous amount of royalty income unless they hit the big time. However, educational works such as online courses do create a more stable, predictable, and larger source of income. Self-help, financial education, fitness and nutrition, cooking, fashion and style, automotive, real estate, and other such topics are quite popular. And if you can create a well-done, useful online course that teaches any of these topics, you may be on the way to another stream of passive income. Needless to say, creating what I just talked about requires a marketable talent or a unique knowledge paired with an ability to explain it clearly and really engage the audience. However, people pick up a lot of skills over the lifetime that others may want to learn about. So chances are you may already know how to do something that could be an interest to others and that'd be willing to pay to learn it. It will take some effort to figure out how to present it well, and it'll take a lot of time to actually create and market these courses, but it's certainly doable for anybody who's willing to put in the work. So the final source of passive income is from a business or service. This is closely related to the royalties and licensing I just talked about, in the sense that you're creating a desirable product that could be sold over and over again once it's ready to go. Now, businesses are generally not known to be sources of passive income streams. In fact, quite the opposite. They usually take a lot of effort to start up and run, but it really does depend on what kind of business. That's why I said this category is closely tied in with the previous royalty and licensing one. You want to strive to create a business where you only need to put in the upfront work and then only occasional maintenance in order to run it. This does somewhat limit the choices of what kind of businesses you can get started in. For example, opening up a brick and mortar store does qualify as a business, but if you open it up and run it, you really just have a job, not a passive source of income. So what kind of businesses can be made into a passive income source? Some ideas include drop shipping with a site like Shopify, or affiliate marketing with a site like Amazon. You can leverage your home to make money off of rentals with Airbnb, or leverage your car to make money off of renting your car with a service like Turo. Though admittedly, the COVID-19 pandemic has made both of those a little bit more challenging in 2020. You can also start businesses such as placing vending machines, ATMs, laundry machines, or even advertising billboards, and other such personal, consumer, or business-to-business service. Finally, you can build a customer referral service in your local commercial community where you generate leads for professionals such as attorneys, real estate agents, and others. These are just some of the ideas out there, and all of these businesses have a rather sizable initial initial investment in money and time, and they often need quite a bit of nurturing to get off the ground. But the potential for passive income is there if they are set up correctly. Alright, so that was an introduction to the 4 major pathways toward a passive income stream, and hopefully you have a better idea of what the term actually means. It's not an easy pathway or a fast one, but steady progress in investing or building your business will eventually build multiple streams of income that you can use to replace your 9-to-5 job, and potentially lead to an earlier retirement. This, of course, is the premise for the FIRE movement that is really popular right now, and will be the premise for an upcoming video of mine. As always, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button, and also let me know in the comments below as to what topics you would like to see me cover more of. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.